Now we're going to do problem 3. And so let's share the screen here and get to the problem 3. Your problem will look similar to this. The first A is pretty straightforward. B demands a judgment call on your part and my part. And C, I can see some of it, but I can't see the 50%. I don't know where he got the 50%. So anyway, I can see greater than, and I'll tell you why the answer. I can see the answer, but I don't know where he got the 50%. Okay. Anyway, there's an article, The Wedding Industry's Pricey Little Secret, stated that the widely reported average wedding cost is grossly misleading. That's the mean. It's grossly misleading. The article reports that in 2012, the average wedding cost was $27,427, and the median cost was $18,068. Now listen to me. Since there is that the mean is so much larger than the median cost, remember, I told you about outliers. And what happens is those outliers can greatly influence the mean and make it larger. So what does the large difference between the mean cost and the median cost tell you about the distribution of the wedding cost in 2018? That there are some large outliers which affects the size of the mean in the distribution of the wedding cost. Now, that's fairly straightforward. Do you agree that the statement that the average wedding cost is misleading? Explain why or why not. I think that it is misleading because it's very difficult to establish a cost of a wedding because there's so many variables involved. If you have a wedding at your local church, it's not going to cost as much as if you send everyone to Hawaii to a resort and pay for all of their expenses while they're being there. So it's hard to come up with an average that is representative. Seems like to me that you'll have a group of weddings that all clustered close together, but then there's some of those outlier wedding costs that people that have money tend to be involved in. So that's why I think that the average wedding cost is misleading. If you have in your data set, if you have small values, then large values, the mean's not going to be a very good representation. And that could happen here because there's a lot of rich people that spend a lot of money on weddings. Okay. The article also states the proportion of couples who spend the average or more was actually a minority. Explain this statement using reported values of the mean and the median wedding cost. Well, the mean is influenced by outliers. We've talked about that, so we know that that's the case. Given that the mean is also much larger than the median, less than 50% of the wedding cost must be greater than or equal to the mean. I don't know where he got to 50%. I can understand greater than, because we're talking about the mean is much larger than the median. We know that it is right, it's positively swayed or right swayed. So I can see what he's referring to, but at the 50%, I don't know where he come up with that. So anyway, that's the answer. Okay, now on this one, what we want to do is we have 20, well, let's close that out first of all before we go on to the next problem. Sorry about that. I'll be doing all the problems at once. I did that